That's insane. Yeah, they do actually. Clayton's gonna have a stacked team, dude, in 2 years. It's gonna be freaking insane.
What about Jalen and all them? Did they end up?
They don't have anybody in there that can.
Is he going to Clayton?
I'm not saying you suck, dude. You're gonna be taking down juniors, and that's gonna hurt, man. So what did the juniors do when they suck? They sit on varsity and just sit there?
The main issue with football in high school is they automatically
What?
take the fastest kids.
We had JV playing on our varsity. We had juniors playing on our JV team because they were terrible. If our varsity was sophomore, juniors, and seniors, but it was only the good kids. Our JV was everybody else.
The main issue Luke's gonna run
not saying
into
you're-
is probably the same shit that
God,
like,
dude, these kids, man.
they're gonna
they think
take the
they're
fastest,
assaulting
even
you.
if they can't
They're
catch.
assaulting
They're
you.
gonna take the fastest kids that can run, and that they're even if so for wide receivers and safeties, they're gonna take the fastest kids, even if they can't catch, and then for running back, linebackers and linemen, they're gonna take the biggest kids.
Yeah, it's not about skill. You know, Luke is getting all defensive because he's like, "You don't think I'm good enough?" It's not, I don't think you're good enough. It's that you tackling a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old who's 60 pounds heavier than you is going to break
Dude,
your
Luke
skull.
might
I'm
end
telling
up playing like fucking safety or some shit, bro.
There's kids I'm sure that's failed
until he puts on like
17 or
another
16,
40 pounds.
They're sophomores. Yeah.
But it's gonna take him another year or two to stack
Battle
on some
started.
weight.
Well, there you go. They'll be 17 when they're sophomores. I know that, but you're going to play against kids on other teams who are going to be very tough, man. This is not like middle school. These kids are smash mouth football. You're going to get knocked out some of these times. Like I hit a kid, dude, and I blacked out like completely. Well, I just want you to be careful out there, okay? No, I know. Just please be careful out there. I don't want you getting hurt.
Luke should be fine because he's in good shape, but
Well, right. You got it. Christopher said you're in really good shape, so you should be fine. You got to stay in good shape, and you got to just not push yourself too hard, because yeah, but you got to be smart about it, Luke. Working out.
and look,
lifting.
anytime they
Eating.
like they want volunteers for certain
Doesn't matter though,
positions-
Luke. You got to give yourself rest.
Look, when they're looking for tell him this too. When he gets up in there, and even if Jalen's quarterback or whatever, and they need backup QBs, and they're doing tryouts, tell him to go up there and try to throw the ball.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna be linebacker. That's already set in stone. It's 100%. He's gonna be linebacker.
If it works out that way, that'd be great.
Hmm. I just don't want him to, I don't know, just Luke, I almost broke my neck playing football, dude. I did, but that's when I almost broke my neck. I'm telling you. No, we had our own freshman team. I never needed to play JV because we had our own league. But I tackled a kid who I was never, there's nothing I could have done to prepare myself for this. I went to a game, and lo and behold, the running back on the other team was 265 and 6'2", or 6'3", something stupid tall. And trying to tackle him about killed me. I don't make the rules, man. It's what their coach sent at us. I'm not being mean. I'm just trying to tell him, like, I just want him to be careful. That's it. Eat right, get good sleep, work out, rest, and then don't go in there and try to nosedive a dude that's got size on you, because your bones will snap, and then you got your whole college to play too. So that's what I'm saying. Don't go crazy and sacrifice your body for a freshman year when you can play all the way through college. Like, you don't need to prove nothing to these people. Just go out there and have a blast.
Yeah,
I mean,
that'd
I
be fun.
still got pain in my shoulder and neck from playing football, simply because I wasn't the biggest dude out there. I started young too. My parents put me in first grade when I had just turned 5. So when I got to high school, I had to really eat a ton and work out to even be on the size of the guys I was trying to tackle. And even then, I still got picked up and thrown around like I was nothing. I mean, these dudes were freaks. I don't know where the fuck they came from, but I played against this guy at Reynoldsburg, and when I wrestled him that year, dude, this guy legit picked me up and just hulked
Low
through me, and I
power.
was like, what the fuck? Thank God I didn't have to, like playing football, you ain't got to worry about being thrown
Aircraft
like that.
spotted.
But there's nothing I could do. I had just got out of football. I was in best shape of my life, and I went straight into wrestling, and he was like one of the first dudes I wrestled. And I remember going brute to brute force with him on a takedown, and I collapsed completely. I put everything I had into every strength I had trying to subdue this guy, and he was matching me. We went head to head, and we locked up. Basically, our foreheads were on each other, and I just went, because he was already trying to go brute force, and I was like, all right, let's see who's stronger. And I put everything I had into that, and I finally just buckled and folded up, and he rolled me and pinned me just like that. And that's because this dude was a whole year older than me. I just can't compete with that, And then that fullback, they had this fullback who was a fucking monster. I mean, dude was huge. I was like, it had to be illegal. There's no way that guy could legitimately play. Long story short, I hit him, and he about ripped my whole arm off. My arm popped, and when I hit the ground, it popped again. And for a long time, it was excruciatingly painful. And then another time, I hit a black kid who was pretty strong, and I hit him and put my head down too far. And when I did that, I felt like a zing in the back of my neck, and I was scared to death. I did damage, because when you hurt your spine, dude, it's a weird pain. It's not like any other pain I can describe. It's something different, and that's when I was kind of freaked out, because I'm like, oh shit, that doesn't feel right. Like shit goes tingly, it's scary, dude. So I just want you to be careful. But don't get too confident and think you'll be all right.
And he says it feels like his legs are always asleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you get fucked up out there. But you'll be fine. You just gotta measure up and size up what you can handle. That way you don't get into, ridiculous.
I feel like they don't do a great job at teaching these kids how to tackle them.
It's impossible to really teach a kid how to tackle. It's just something.
No, it's hard, dude. It really is, because there's so much. It all goes down so fast. So it's hard to, and shit come in awkward.
No, I know. I was talking to Chris. He was saying it's hard to teach to tackle. But some kids just, it's all exposure, man. The more exposure you have to more exposure you got to yeah. Why's that? Yeah, I believe that.
I'm about to die.
Where are you? Oh, here, just back up. I'm coming to help. Sorry.
Dude, you're just bum rushing the fuck out of me, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's that center top area, man. It's just like.
Well, I mean, you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be alright. That's awesome. Yeah, you'll be okay. Like I said, I'm not worried about you. I know you're really good. You're very strong, and you've been playing 5 years. This is all you now. You don't need me. You've graduated beyond me, man. Like you're better now than I probably ever would have been. So you're more dedicated. You've got youth and a lot of time. I moved a shit ton my sophomore year, so it really screwed up everything. You're going to be going to the same high school, so you just got a core group of dudes that are, they're really good. You're going to do fine. You guys are going to have a blast, actually. Yeah, it's going to be, but We'll see. I hope there's some good competition. I don't want you guys to just blow out everybody. I know Rollsville's going to be a beast. You're always going to have Rollsville to fight. Oh, really? Did they get demoted? Oh, that's true. Yeah, of course. Cleveland's a huge school. Really? Because Cleveland's gigantic. That's interesting. I never would have thought. Alright, let's go up. Alright, well, I guess Luke's gonna be playing a JV squad. Oh yeah, Luke, you don't want to have kids, man. I'm telling you. So, you gotta be careful. These girls, dude, they're treacherous.
Dude, I'm getting fucking smoked. Holy shit. Once again, it's just me, you, pink, purple, green fighting, blue dude, and green dude. We don't need tech for bots. Watch out, let's get ruthless over here.
I'm about to go T2. Just need to catch a break from them.
That's what I'm saying. Is there anybody going like T2 bots or something?
Damn. Hey, they're not eating right now. Those birds are asleep.
Low power.
Yeah, basically.
T2 unit detected.
I'm trying to send some tanks to help you out.
Cam, it'd be nice. I need to go T2 bad. Alright. I'm gonna go T2 right now. Come on, fucking get it working. Alright, they messed up now.
Big push coming.
Low power.
here. Anti-air minigun.
Yeah, they will. 100% will.
I mean, you should draw a picture on that chalkboard or write a place.
Oh, Broken Arrow, I think, finally released.
I saw, what's his face playing it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think Winter was playing it. It looks fun. I mean, maybe at some point, if they do a sale on it, it might be worth grabbing. Maybe see how it comes out and how people like it.
Right.
Let it simmer on the market for a little bit. I think they want. It's just expensive. I think they want like $60 or something.
Damn. That sucks.
Realistically, shouldn't even be like more than a $30 game. They want $50. I just don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Unless
That's tough.
I mean, it might be worth it. I think it'll get. I think in a couple months, it'll go down to like 30. It's usually how these things go, especially if it doesn't sell like they wanted it to. they'll have no choice but to
Mhm.
drop the price a little bit. They've got the big fucking army coming. We need to start cranking shit out. I kinda got behind a little bit.
T3 unit detected.
Yeah, that's a weekend job. I should be able to do it this weekend. I just have to pop up a YouTube video. It's not super hard.
Green's getting overran.
Yeah, brakes are super simple. It's just the time to do it. It takes a long time. Especially training the whole fucking system. It's super cheap to do. I mean, it's like $20 to get all the brake fluid you'd ever need. They sell that shit for like 99 cents. You just look. You have to take off your tires one at a time, or all four at a time. I got the jacks to do it. And then you have to open up all of the caliper tubes and let all that brake fluid drain out. That takes like an hour. And then you close those off and you pour all your fresh stuff in there, and then you open that up and you get the bubbles out. And that can take 4 hours. Because it requires somebody to be in the seat pedaling the brake while you're out there bleeding it every time air bubbles come. And you're waiting for all the air bubbles to come through, and that can take a fuck ton. Fuck ton time. They got a really cool vacuum machine now that you can hook up, and it sucks all that stuff out, and then as you're feeding it. See, that's one way you can do it, is you can pour it up and you can bleed a shit ton out as you're filling it. That's what I would do. I would buy a ton of brake fluid and I'd bleed out each caliper all the way. So I got brake fluid from the reservoir all the way to the damn caliper. And you're good. Your brakes will work better than they ever have. Fucking time consuming process. But I'd rather do that than spend $800 to get it done. I just might need Chris's help, because you can't be bleeding it and pumping the brake at the same time. But that's fine. That's something easily can done. For what? The only look, I'm buying a trailer. It's about $3 grand. That's all I'm doing. No, I am. Listen, this is.
Long-range plasma cannons are targeting your units.
We need an airplane or something. We need somebody making like bombs.
Nuclear bomber detected. Nuclear bomber detected.
Army of Mammoths. I'll be doing a lot better. Just short of the wall. There's like 100 fucking sword tanks right there. Jesus.
Nuclear bomber detected. Titan detected.
Try to get it if you can. If not, I can get it probably.
bomber detected.
Hey, look at strong.
Nuclear bomber detected. Nuclear bomber detected. Nuclear bomber detected. Behemoth detected. Nuclear bomber detected.
Gross. Stinks so bad.
You're overflowing metal. Nuclear bomber detected. You're overflowing metal. Nuclear bomber detected.
Can't even place this fucking gantry line.
T3 unit is ready. Nuclear bomber detected. Nuclear bomber detected. Long-range plasma cannon detected. You're overflowing metal. Nuclear bomb detected. You're overflowing metal. Nuclear bomb detected.
You're alive.
Xbox helps.
Behemoth.
You're overflowing metal.
Kamikaze.
Nuclear bomb detected.
I'm just spamming for the I'm spamming for all
Long-range plasma cannon detected.
Put up another bot lab.
destroyed. Enemy commander destroyed.
The bomber run was so close.
Battle ended.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was pretty gnarly little game. They were putting up a fucking pretty hardcore fight for a minute there. If you want to play a match, I can spectate for you for a little bit.
I don't know. Probably gonna lay down. Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Yes.
Oh, that was a fun one. That was an hour and a half, just about. Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I played
AI
this-
matches are always
Wow.
fun on this game. But
It's just nice to play a chill match once in a while.
we'll have to try that Nutty Raptors thingy again. They must found a way to add queens during the waves, but I was thinking maybe what they ought to do with the Raptors. I don't know who fucking makes that shit, but maybe they should give the like the smaller Raptors, the more swarmier Raptors, more health and maybe have less of them. They just need to find a way to make it insane without breaking the computer.
There's a 1v1 with two really good guys. Let's think about watching it real quick. We'll see how these guys build shit.
Are they streaming it or is it on?
It's on bar. It's a 1v1 with these two. I see them play in the lobbies where they're streaming it on the bigger OS lobbies.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
I just need to figure out how they get so good so quick.
I see 1v1 anyone. There's some dude triple shot trying to 1v1 somebody.
Largest great white shark on record is swimming towards a tourist spot.
The largest one?
Yeah, the 14-foot, 1,600-pound great white is just off the coast of NC.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. There's some big motherfucking sharks off the coast of North Carolina.
Honestly, that's probably not even the biggest one out there.
There's there's tiger sharks and bull sharks.
Oh, I
all
know,
over the
but there's
place.
18-foot great whites, and even I've heard rumored 26-footers. I'm like, that's fucking insane.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen
Like, holy shit, that's
any
a giant shark.
all the times we've gone out to the beach.
Mhm.
I've caught like a baby shark before, but he probably wasn't more than maybe 2 feet long.
Right. I mean, it's most likely never going to happen if you're sailing near the coast, because they like to stand out in the 1,000-foot water column. Like, they're just such a massive fish that, you know, they really don't come to shallow. But it's not impossible, you know. It's
I'd love
definitely
to
not
see a hammerhead.
Hammerheads would be cool.
Yeah, the black tips. The black tips don't get as big as great whites, but they can easily get up to 4 feet, 5 feet long. And they're not super aggressive, but they'll swim right up onto the shore. Those are a lot of the ones you see on the videos in
See,
packs.
that's... Yeah, no, I feel you.
Now
That's what would
the-
freak me out too, though. As I've
The-
read divers that say the wildlife will just come up and grope you.
Dude, the
And I'm
bull
like, I don't-
sharks are fucking
That'd freak me out.
Because the bull sharks will come up into the coastal waters, like the bays, the estuaries, and they'll even go upriver. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they get fucking huge, dude. 10 feet.
Yeah, I've seen spearfishers get attacked. There's YouTube videos of spearfishers out ocean fishing, and a bull shark. It's always the fucking bull shark will just come charging up, and a lot of times they'll have to literally stick it perfectly, otherwise they're getting the fuck bit out of them.
Did you see the video
Yes.
of the,
I used to want to spearfish until I saw a couple videos like that, and I'm just like, fuck no.
there was a video of
There's
a
enough
guy
videos
caught-
that makes me think it's common.
Here's a video on YouTube of a shark at Topsail.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit,
know
yeah,
they'll be
it's
there.
swimming in the waves. It seems like you'd be able to, like, if it's that big, you'd probably, and if it's only in like maybe 4 to 5 feet deep of water, you'd probably be able to spot it pretty easily. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I know those waters are shark infested. Like they're everywhere, you know.
But look up on YouTube.
It's
Look
all
up
beach,
shark
shark
in
infested.
Topsail Beach, dude. There's so many videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that
bro,
sucks.
this one's huge. Well, you
Send
know
it to
those
me.
fishermen that go out there, you see them fishing and shit?
Mm.
I guarantee they catch a lot of sharks. All the time. That's why we need to get the proper gear, dude. We need the swimsuit and then like a little knife. And then, I think they make like little beepers or something that make noise that they don't like or something. I guess how would you know if an anti-shark bracelet works if...
Guess it's a gamble.
How would you wear an anti-shark bracelet and then like review it? You know, it's like I got attacked by a shark, didn't work.
Right. I've looked up devices before, and they sell those stupid little electronic bracelets, and like metallic fucking different kind of bracelets.
Yeah, they
But I
want
don't- I think it's shark-
$138 for some
It's gonna bite you,
fucking
man.
shark deterrent
Gonna
band.
come at you.
Like, what the fuck is this supposed to even do? It's like it's literally just an electromagnet in a fucking in a watch, like in a wristband. Wow, that's funny.
Hmm. I know. I want to take the sailboat out and go fishing, because you could probably catch all kinds of shit. Like, this is a fisher's paradise.
Dude, we need to, man.
Like right down there where Fort Macon is, just inside the like the intercontinental or coastal waterway. But right there would probably be the best fishing all time. It'd be crazy.
We could go out there and go catch like drum
Just
and all
drag
sorts of,
something.
and we could catch fish we could
Right.
actually eat.
That's what I mean. It's like really good fish. Like, I've ate flounder from there, and it was super tasty.
Yeah, a lot of those restaurants we go eat at probably get a lot of their food right.
I'd like to do crab pots too. That would be really cool. Just put out a bunch of crab pots and then sail like a big circle, and then By the time you get all the way around, it'd be like 2 hours or 3 hours. You could check them.
Yeah, dude, there's a dude. I don't know if it was you were there. I think I was with Nick one time, and some guy came up with a little like a basket, and he had chicken in it, and he lowered the basket. He waited a few minutes, and then he would bring it back up, and he'd have blue crabs stick into it, and he'd catch a lot of. He was catching a bunch of them,
Hmm.
and I think he would size them up, figure out if they're like keepable, and then he would bucket them. And dude, he was catching every time he dumped that little net. He'd probably bring up like 3, and he'd only keep it down there for like a couple minutes. They're all over that fucking, all in that water,
Hmm.
especially on the intercoastal waterway side. Get you some monster blue crab. Those things are fire. Nothing too crazy has been happening in the past couple of days. I've been watching Steve. I think everybody's just waiting to see if we're gonna get involved or not. But everybody's really split on that, and that could really see. That's another thing that could really throw things off. Is if we like the last thing people want is another like situation where we're sending people to fucking Iraq and Iran, like after
Yeah.
being there for so long.
Yeah, I know, right? There's going to be some serious pushback
And that
on
could
that.
really make Trump become very maybe dispopular among many people.
Hmm. Depending on how much we get involved. Honestly, I don't think anybody's trying to really get involved over there.
Not really, dude. Well, that's the crazy thing is like, man, I mean, imagine if everybody just turned on Israel, bro. They'd be in a bad spot.
It's definitely possible.
Cause if nobody wants to step up and help them, and they start getting their ass kicked, then what? Like, are they just gonna? Is Israel? Are they gonna surrender and just be like, sorry, didn't mean to do that?
Hmm.
Probably not. They'll probably find some way to, like a Gulf of Token incident or something. Some false flag or some shit.